Welcome back to StockSmart Investing. Let's see how the market looks today. Okay. Looks like overall we're getting some pushbacks. Let's see if we can get a pop this morning. Alright, so we've got, for our runners on the daily, we've got Occugen. Okay. And we've got VXRT. Alright. Now, our last was short, cover short. We did not get an entry signal for this. Okay, so this is just people covering their shorts. Alright. Nothing real great going on there. Alright. Let's check our Darvis buys. These are going to be ones that are having explosive movements. Alright. Let's see, rail. Okay, we got short it, cover our short. Alright, really we would have wanted to buy it back here, jump in here, get out way up here. Now we're waiting to short it again. Okay, see a bounce right on this line, 458-ish, maybe a gap fill here too. Okay, at 612. Let's see here. Chimera, looks like it's giving a buy signal. And looks like air gain, that buy signal was last week. Alright, let's see what else is going on in the market. Alright, now let's go for our YouTube example. Our example watch list. And let's look for the stupid buy signal. Alright, now many of these are showing up on the stupid buy signal. Alright, which is a good thing. Ooh la la, I like it. Big dips. Okay, so right now we're in a short position. Let's see. Seems to be working well, though. Alright, now Gilead is still rocking off, but oh, look, short position. Okay. So it looks like many of these are going through their downtime. 58 cents. Okay. Doing some dividend investing. Very good. Okay. So these are the ones that are taking a dip and that are on our buy signal. Okay. It'll look a bit like this. Alright. Now, let's look for, stocks that have our particular criteria that we're looking for, okay? And that's our market sentiment, is equal to 1. Now, if we come up here into our gear icon, click your little gear icon up at the top. Now, see if I can remember where the show your market sentiment is. Show social sentiment, okay? Now social sentiment and market sentiment, they're kind of similar, but now if we do show social sentiment, pull up a stock that has some, okay, come out on the daily, and here we go. So now we can see our social sentiment and our market sentiment. Alright. Very good. Although it would be really, really great if we could make a scan with our, social sentiments too. Alright. But overall, Tesla is giving us on a daily a short signal. So, I mean, that's what's happening. And price is opening lower than it closed. And we can expect, let's see where we can find some gap fills too. All right, I mean, this looks like the area of where we need to be watching out for. All right, see, I had my gap fill set at like 520, 525, but looks like we could even find a good support down here right at an even 500. Okay, I would not expect to see this dip down here to the 480, this gap fill here, but that is where your bottom, you know, a nice support is. Yeah. Yep, sure is. Now, let's check out the weekly here. And notice how we're dojiing out into this squeezing. All right, now it's going to squeeze this and likely pop in one direction or the other. All right, the more likely is down, but this upwards range is available at 761, at this, 771. If it can get above it and get above this 828, then it is onwards and upwards liftoff. So let's be watching for that. Okay, let's check our level 2 here. Oh yeah, we're dragging prices down today, baby. I see them trying to hold it up, but that's, nah. Nary gonna happen. All right. Now let's see if we have anything for our Holy Grail, which is a very interesting set of indicators by itself already. And I haven't quite built the indicator yet, although I'm working on it. But given that it never ever shows anything, it's always going to be empty. And let's see here. Now, these are Chende bullish low arrow, all right? JNUG IV, that's funny. All right, so cover your short, all right? Looks like our market is about to have a nice reversal. Here's our gap fills way down here, all right? Now don't do IV, just do JNUG. Excellent, all right? Now it looks a little bit different. Okay, but were we to use this strategy, as long as we know our current direction, okay? Let's go down to the daily here. All right, hit a nice low. Let's see if we can follow a good pattern. All right, if not, let's get this bad boy switched over to some Renko bars. And let's go and look for a 25-cent movement. Okay, excellent. So now we're using the bouncing brick setup. Now, I call this the bouncing brick setup because it's using the fractal chaos bands, and it kind of just looks like a bouncing brick, all right? Because when the brick hits its support, it usually bounces, okay? And then we get a confirmation to get in, validation out, confirmation in, validation out, and so on. All right, that is why I use this setup. So make sure you subscribe, that way you can get the setups that I use if you like them. Okay. Looks like we would currently be in JNUG right now, looking for a 25-cent movement. Okay. And just for gigs, let's check out JDST. Now, if we're to play JDST, naturally a short, okay? As we can see, it looks a bit overextended right now, and that we should be looking for downwards play. All right, but also think about theta and decay. All right, so here we go. What do we got? So we got to cover our short. Now we're getting a buy-in. All right. Now let's zoom out. Let's get rid of this. Looks like people are. Oh goodness, look at the volumes being traded on these bad boys today. Incredible. Wow. That's knuckin' futz. It's a little early for all this, but that's some very big volume in there today. All right, so the buy signal does fire off. They get confirmation, and people are buying it. Okay. Back out to the weekly here. We get a short signal. That was our last signal here. Now let's pull up to where we are currently at. Yeah, kind of flat in the water. But here we go on our 15-minute time chart. Let's extend this out. There we go. Stop it. Come hither. All right. Looks like we've got a gap fill down here to this bounce here, this bounce here. So we'll be looking for that. And I'm going to say we're probably looking for more this area or this area. So maybe it looks like a short to 1023. So if you were to jump in here, taking your profit, jumping in for another short at 7 a.m. Let's see here. Yeah, I would definitely say that it is a... Yeah, this is always a short, but... Yeah, either that or we're going to be buying this back first thing in the morning, a bounce, and then a little bit of a run. So look for that push down first. Buy the dip. Okay. So as long as the market's healthy, JDST will be going down. Okay. Oh, wow. What do I got plotted up here that's showing like that? That's neat. Test. 24-hour trading. Interesting. That's weird enough. Huh. This big pop here. What is that? DRD Gold Limited. Okay, so we're saying that we hit our little bit of a bounce or support here, going back up, doji. Let's see, so this has us in a situation right now. Okay, very good. And let's see which ones are throwing a doji with a good average. But this DRD Gold is touching a very nice point in its market sentiment. Okay, let's go for our pop finder then. Hold on, kitty. It's raining outside. You won't like it. Okay, now these are stocks that are bearish by the Arun standards. Okay, took care of the putty. Putty tat is outside. It's wet out there. Alright, so Triple M, excellent. So once we got our buy signal, we were, You know, it was in the money. We were good. Perfect. Okay, now I see what that little line plotting was. And Merck & Co. All right, so we get no signals. All right. And let's see if we can find what is a rune bullish. And then we'll check our, let's say, 80-20 list. Okay. Let's do 80-20. And let's check out the awesome 3. Now, for the awesome 3, we get MVIS, Neo, Ocugen, and VXRT. Ocugen was on our runners list here today. Okay. So it looks like they did definitely run this morning. Had a nice $2 pop. Excellent. Looks like on the weekly, though, we should have taken our profit. We haven't gotten a buy signal back in. All right, and the daily, all right, so we shorted from here to here. We're covering our short. And let's just see. Nope, no buy signal. Let's wait for another short signal, see what happens. All right, looks like that's about it, though. Look where we hit our support line right there. Perfect, struck right through our support. Let's look for a rejection. Excellent. All right. Now what else can we find? Let's find a golden cross on the daily or the weekly. And what else did I have going on here? Let's look for... This one doesn't often show anything either, but that's because it's a TTM scan. Although, we do have these scans, and these are dealing with squeezes. And it's a pro version of the TTM squeeze. Which, those not familiar with the TTM squeeze, let's just go with the TTM. Okay. And we can see that we have several things here. TTM squeeze and all of the other say settings, triggers, and things like that that we have. We even have a TTM replica that we can use. All right, so let's add that. Let's get rid of our DEMA. Okay, our TEMA and our DEMA. We will have to do a list about those. But here we go. Here is a TTM replica that I found out there in the UseThinkScript universe. So go over to usethinkscript.com, check them out. Get some of those excellent strategies over there. Okay, and still nothing for the watch lists. Looks like TD Ameritrade's going a little slow today. Let's check up that Super 3. Super squeeze it. Let's see. All right, so looks like we do have some decent signals here. 585, 825. You know, some good ins and some good outs. Gives you a couple good numbers here to work with. All right, so our super squeeze, it did populate something. So if anything over here catches your eye, make sure you go check it out. Okay. So as one robot has decided that it doesn't, it has bought in and hasn't sold back out yet, others are catching the smaller trends. All right, very good. I like it. So these were some very good signals here. Excellent. And let's check over on our Renko bar chart just to see what she looks like over there. All right. I hit a low. I'm starting to come back up. Definitely at its bottom. Cool. See if it comes back up here to this and then does some of that. Very good. JP Morgan ETF Trust, JPIN. Okay, well, it's at a very low, low, low. All right. So we need to be watching this. All right, so let's go put this over on the I'm buying it watch list. Not too many things that I do pay attention to. And I want to check out the monthly ADX too. Okay, so we got greater than 30 and then crossing 30. Two different studies entirely. And we'll see if we can get our HA Colt study to work. And maybe our four-way Arun. Now the four-way Arun is set up it's very touchy. Okay. Let's go to the 4 hour and see if we can find anything there. Maybe not since it's the beginning of the week, but we'll see. Very interested in this JPIN though. Very interested. Although it's a shame it's so high overextended on the weekly. And the daily. I mean, this is where I want to buy it at, right in this range. Right in there, where Schwab was trading when it was reasonable. Before it had this big blowout. Okay, and no 4 hour Arun, or four-way Arun. Alright, and let's check this scan. Let's see. Let's see if we can finish off with our Darvis lists. There we go. So we've seen this before, and we'll check it out again. This is what we've got for our Darvis list. And we'll check out Palantir for those who like checking out Palantir. Looks like Palantir is in a good dip buying situation on the daily. So looks like it's going to get pushed down a little. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Here was the dip. All right. We might see a little bit of a pop today. It is at its low levels right here. Okay, so our last action was short. So we'll be looking for a cover short and then a buy signal. Okay. Yep, absolutely. Here was your buy-in, there was your profit, now we're shorting. So we're going to be looking for a cover and then a buy. So look for a bottom. So this may be a temporary pop up this morning. Okay, and then we'll probably push back down to this level. All right. As it sees, market sentiment is already heading that direction. Okay. Well, make sure you subscribe. consider becoming a patron. Hope I was able to reach somebody today, and